I asked 14 entrepreneurs from all around the world if they would be down to live together in a lakeside mansion on New Zealand's South Island, and surprisingly, all of them said hell yes. So that's what I've been doing over the past week. I've been building businesses, having deep conversations, hiking mountains, and playing a whole lot of weird and wacky games, and it's been a pretty epic last little bit of my life. But somehow I've managed to keep the business afloat as well, growing Artameans and the Founder Sports Club. And if you're new here, that's what these videos are all about. It's just a chance for me to sit down and share the highs, the lows, the learnings, the lessons and everything in between of being a full-time traveler and building businesses at the same time. Over the past week, everything has been focused on this New Zealand founder house. It's looked a little bit like this. And that's what the experience has been like in a nutshell. I'll be releasing some other videos that are way more in depth about the realities and the highs and lows of living with like-minded entrepreneurs. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to be kept in the loop. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video because I've got a pretty cool revenue update to share with all of you as well. So here are my traffic lights for the week, which are my highlights, learnings, and challenges. And my highlight this week has been having our first ever in-person meeting with the Artameans leadership team. So myself and Jai, the co-founders, Joe, who's our head of alignment, and Mo, who is our head of the Founder Sports Club. And typically, this would happen in a boardroom for most companies, but for us, being very on brand, we did it in the back of a camper van on top of a hill. And it was so nice just to come together. And what I really love about this is it's blurring the lines between friendship and work. So for us, building Artameans gets to feel like play most of the time, and that's something I'm really grateful for. As for my learning, I have two actually. So the first is on the personal side, and this is quite a deep reflection, but very happy to share it openly. And that's that I realize I've been neglecting a little part of myself for a long time, which is self-love. And long story short, I ended up buying myself a little bracelet here that is supposed to represent that it's okay to buy the extra thing or treat yourself, do that little task, that little action that makes you feel full, because we only have one life, and putting things off until tomorrow, if you ask me, isn't the best way to live it. So treat yourself, put yourself first, because when we are at peace with ourselves, when we are happy and fulfilled ourselves, it's a lot easier for us to be happy and fulfilled in our relationships with everyone around us. So that's my personal learning, and that came across in, for what was the lack of a bit of a word, an epiphany when Matt was running a breathwork session for us on the residency. My second learning is more on the business side, and this is something that I encourage all of you watching out there to replicate, and that is build a mini-me AI clone. This is really helpful because it allows us to upload all of our contextual information, things like our goals, what happiness looks like to us, what our background is, what our expertise is, and then rather than having a generic one-on-one with ChatGPT who would give the same answer to everyone, by creating a custom mini-me, it allows you almost to have a sidekick that makes sure you're always going toward your goals. And it's going to be different for everyone, but we all created our own a few days ago, thanks to Mikey, who ran a session for us. And already there's been so much improvement in efficiency and goal setting. So if you haven't already done it, give it a go. And if you're not sure, leave a comment and I'll help you out. And my challenge of the week is doing my best to stay energized and lead the group, set the tone for 14 other founders for 10 days non-stop. It's really up to me and Matt, or whoever my co-facilitator is, to make sure that the energy is where it needs to be. And if I'm able to unleash energy, be a high vibe, then that will resonate and flow on to the rest of the members, which means that I need to look after myself, which I'm getting much better at. So still a challenge, still working to find the best way to do it, but I find that between coffee, ice baths, little meditations, and just winding down, laying on the bed for a few minutes here and there, that has helped me so far. Now, time for our weekly couple of questions to ponder. My first question is, what does the old you look like? Think about the strengths, the weaknesses, what you love about the old you, and what you might change. And my second question, very much related to this, is what does the new you look like? What do you want to leave behind? What do you want to embrace for this next chapter of your life? This one might require a few minutes of journaling time, but I encourage you to go deep because we did this on the residency and a lot of amazing reflections came out of it. And now let's finish up with our classic Artameans update. So I will zoom through this. We are now at exactly 2,000 applications. That's up 84 over the last week. We are at 142 active members. The average age is 28 and they're all lifestyle founders. So a lifestyle founder is someone who runs an online business, but also shares the values of travel and health and wellness, mindfulness, freedom, location freedom, time freedom, all of that good stuff that we love so much. And what's happened in the last week? Well, besides the New Zealand residency, which has been taking up most of my time, we also booked another co-living house in Montreal. And we've also been working with Joe and Flynn to launch the crypto community. So I'll have more information on that soon, but there's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And really the reason why we're doing that is because our mission is to create spaces for ambitious people to belong. And this allows us to do that in another niche, another industry. And my last update ties into what we've already been speaking about. It's the New Zealand residency, and rather than me show you a highlight reel, I actually want to show you some of the behind the scenes stuff that you typically wouldn't see. The raw, the weird, and everything in between. So let me play it for you. 2, 1.
Matt, what's your quick shake it? shake it.
Thanks.
Shake it like a Polaroid.
Oh, yes. I'll put it in my
spin. Oh, I'm so dizzy.
Yes!
Go, girlies!
Now leg up, one leg up.
One leg up. Actually, I'd love to know from the two of you, what were your as the facilitators of this residency, what have been your key favourite moments?
This moment right now, because we don't dwell on the past and we don't overthink on the future. We live in the present and we're grounded. That's why my feet are on the grass right here, because
my feet are not on the grass, but
he's not
I'm
grounded.
all about grounding.
He's not grounded. He doesn't get it.
I don't get it.
You might need to go through some training. I can do some breath work for you.
Alright, thanks.
My real answer to this question is I love the moments when we suddenly realize that we're not strangers anymore. Where we all stand together, arm in arm, and looking around the circle, locking eyes and be like, you get me. So that's what I'm here for, to bring people together, to have a great time and to laugh like we're kids again. And that's what we've been doing.
Good. In business, in this experience, let's create more magic.
And that's pretty much everything that's been happening in the Art of Mondays world. As for the Founders Sports Club, we're now at 4,303 members, so we've grown by 300 over the last week. We are in 70 cities, and some of the more recent cities to go live are Denver, Atlanta, and Monterrey in Mexico. So that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Appreciate you, and I will see you in the next episode. And that was Monday Journal number 12. Oh, and before I go, as promised, I do have a fun revenue update for you guys. And it's not a number, it's actually a graph. And I'll pop it on screen for you right now. And what you can see here is really the culmination of showing up every day when things were tough. We had a very, very slow first 6 or 7 months. And then after that, things started to click. People started to learn more about Art of Mondays and who we are. And we hired some amazing people who could help take our mission to the next level. We're now growing our community. More people are wanting connection in real life, and that's what we're doing. So pretty awesome to look back on this, but I know that in 12 months' time, it's going to look a whole lot different to this one. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you. Peace.